pretty interesting to talk to you about, and this was recently just sent to me, and the amount of tweets I got about this is absolutely mind-blowing. And I also saw a few of you guys in the comments as well just telling me about what had happened over the past few hours and what had changed. So I decided to make a video on this and just explain my view and let you guys know exactly what has been happening over the past few hours. So a few days ago I did a video about something which had changed in the Grand Theft Auto 6 scene. If you go onto Rockstar Games' video game cabinet, you can find it on Google by typing in Rockstar Games video games. You will notice a small row at the top which is colored in black. You can scroll across the row and you can see all of their video games which Rockstar Games have made or been associated with in developing that game. You can see stuff from Red Dead Redemption to Grand Theft Auto to even some of their classic games as well. Anything Rockstar Games have touched is inside that cabinet, and you can see this with any other game developer as well. If you type in 2K video games, if you type in Activision video games onto Google, you should see this black bar which will show you every single game which that company had touched. It's pretty cool. You can see from the classics to the popular to the oldest to the newest. It's a really cool feature, and it just gives you some idea to see exactly which developer was responsible for which title. However, recently someone came across something pretty interesting, and this is Grand Theft Auto 6 in the Rockstar Games' video game cabinet. You can check it out for yourself. Just simply Google Rockstar Games video games, scroll across until you find Grand Theft Auto 6. And when you guys were tweeting me about this, I genuinely didn't believe it. I had to look into it myself and I was amazed. I was thinking, how is this even possible to have an unannounced game in Rockstar Games' official video game cabinet? I understand that Rockstar Games did confirm Grand Theft Auto 6 behind the scenes with investors, but they haven't said anything to the public, and this is pretty much the first sign of life of Grand Theft Auto 6 and whether it's in development or not. However, as I made my video about it a few days ago, there was an image on the game title which looked like Carl Johnson in San Andreas, which had been remastered, and this threw a lot of people into thinking that Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to be based in San Andreas. There were loads of news articles about this, loads of you guys in the comments were discussing this, and recently, a few hours ago, some of you guys told me that the image had changed. The cover image was a San Andreas remastered image with Carl Johnson, and it is now changed to what looks like a completely fake GTA 6 cover. It's got art from Grand Theft Auto 4, which I found very interesting. So it looks like whoever or whatever has changed this cover has changed it from what looked like a remastered San Andreas cover to a completely different cover, which looks so damn fake. It's got Grand Theft Auto 4 images in the background, and the logo doesn't even hold up as an official GTA logo, and anyone looking at this would know it's fake straight away, which is why loads of you guys were telling me about it, saying, did you know this has changed? It really doesn't look like GTA 6. What do you think about it? So I'm going to tell you exactly what I think about this. So what I think is that because there was a city in the background of the previous image, Rockstar Games didn't want people to assume this would be the city Grand Theft Auto 6 would be set in. So by doing this, they decided to add a completely obviously fake image of cover art for Grand Theft Auto 6, including Grand Theft Auto 4 images in the cover art and a completely randomly made logo in it as well, and just placed it on top of the Grand Theft Auto 6 cover, which will stop people assuming that there's a location set and announced for Grand Theft Auto 6, because I did see a whole bunch of articles discussing this, saying that Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to be set in San Andreas and such, all based on this one Google search. So I believe this is why it was changed. It seems like a very reasonable answer because I haven't seen any other bugs or glitches like this in any other video game cabinet, so I don't understand what makes Rockstar Games' cabinet so different. So I decided to ask a few friends of mine and ask their opinion as well, and some people believe that this could be down to algorithm glitches in which some people are able to trick the system, but like I said, I haven't seen anything like this in any other video game cabinet, and surely if this was so easy to do, you would see this in other cabinets as well to try and throw fans off into thinking these games are in development. But it's a huge mystery as to why this is in the cabinet. Like I said, Rockstar Games haven't announced anything publicly, but they have announced stuff about GTA 6 privately to investors. So it's a big mystery. Personally, I think that Rockstar Games are doing something to their cabinets, and I will be keeping a close eye on it as well. So this seems like a great segue into the next part of the video, in which I've discovered something which pretty much popped up the moment this video game GTA 6 popped up in Rockstar Games' video game cabinet. And this is why I believe this may be legitimate. Now, if you guys type in Rockstar Games video games or even Grand Theft Auto 6, one of the first articles you will come across is one from IGN. Now, this article was recently updated 14 days ago, and from my knowledge, I haven't seen this article all over Google at all, which only leads me to assume that this article was published 14 days ago, as it says at the top. Now, this article popped up pretty much at the exact same time as the GTA 6 game popped up around the video game cabinet, and something else which is also something to take into account is that IGN have previously worked very closely with Rockstar Games in the past. So I'm not too sure if everyone will remember, but just over a year ago when the Heist DLC was finally released, the first people who got hands-on information and also hands-on gameplay with the Heist update were, of course, IGN. Of course, with every single DLC comes some sort of press release, so some of the big articles get the information beforehand so they can release the information the moment the DLC drops. But with IGN, they got some unique information. They actually got to go and play the DLC days before it was released with Rockstar Games, which shows their relationship with the company. In addition to this, with other updates such as the free mode events, we also got information from IGN which you could only get from the inside, such as Rockstar Games got every single staff and employee to work on GTA Online, which gave us the thought that single-player DLC wouldn't be released, considering every single worker is now working on GTA Online. So we got some pretty good information from IGN in the past. So judging by the release of this article and also the release of the GTA 6 in the Rockstar Games video games cabinet, they both appear to be around the exact same time. And also looks like the logo in the GTA 6 game cover now comes from, or at least is inspired from, a logo you can see in the thumbnail from the IGN wiki page for GTA 6. So both things, like I said, seem to have popped up around the exact same time. IGN and Rockstar Games have a very close working relationship, so it would be no surprise if both things were connected. But once again, that is just a theory of mine as to why we see the video game in the cabinet. But in my opinion, it seems a little bit mysterious and just a little bit interesting to wonder why IGN have made a wiki page for GTA 6, which is supposedly already a rumored game, which of course we already know isn't and is confirmed from investors meetings. But still, IGN, in my opinion, wouldn't make an article about this game unless they had some insider information about it. So maybe Grand Theft Auto 6 has been developed enough, and maybe Rockstar North are confident enough to start releasing press releases about the game in private to some of these big media companies such as IGN. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see a glimpse of GTA 6 sometime soon, or just some more information about it. But as of now, the cover you can see in the Google bar where you look in Rockstar Games' video games cabinet, that is not the cover of Grand Theft Auto 6. I cannot stress that enough, and I don't want you guys thinking that's the official cover of Grand Theft Auto 6, but it does give us a small glimpse into the game. I believe this is the first glimpse into the game as well. Aside from just a few quotes here and there from backdoor meetings, this is the first release of Grand Theft Auto 6 I have ever seen across the web. So some things are popping out around the internet which definitely look very interesting and very exciting, and I'll make sure to keep a close eye on it as well. Something to take into account is that Leslie Benzies, the former head of Rockstar North, the person behind the storyline of the past multiple GTA games, he isn't working at Rockstar North anymore. There was some sort of fallout between the workers, and Leslie Benzies resulted in getting fired. He is now suing Rockstar North and Take-Two Interactive. That lawsuit is still ongoing, but something to note about this is Leslie Benzies was the main guy behind all of the story modes for the past multiple GTAs, from Vice City to San Andreas to many of the greatest GTAs. He was behind the story mode of it, and now he has left and he's no longer working there, so we could be seeing a completely different story mode come GTA 6. So that's just something to take into account. But unfortunately, that's all I got time for today. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe if you are new here, and more importantly, I would love to know your thoughts, questions, and queries about this down in the comment section below. It's definitely definitely a very interesting topic, and loads of things are popping around the internet which definitely need attention. So guys, I hope you did enjoy, and I'll see you guys in the next video.